All right, joining us now is Emma Vigeland, who joined us before. She just was like, it was her time.
I don't know how this tech works, so I just thought I'd be in the waiting, and now I just joined your show.
That was awesome.
Dropped right in, parachuted.
So talk about the DNC. Is there anything on earth, just between the voting and between like the plans that Harris is putting out about, like the Brian Schatz stuff, like, is anyone on earth killing what little remains of the Democratic Party brand more than the Democratic Party?
Yeah, so I just want to apologize in advance. I'm at my mom's. I'm kind of getting out of the city, so my family dog is barking in the background.
We see the dog?
He's outside. I can
Okay, if we can't.
He's a pit bull black mutt, boxer mix. He's a
I want to see him, please.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture later. But yeah, no, I cannot. Obviously, the malfeasance of the Democratic Party in 2016 and the Democratic National Committee is legendary, not in a good way. And I thought that up until this point, obviously they have opinions and they've tilted the scales, but it wasn't as egregious as what we saw in 2016. But what we're seeing today is sociopathic. The idea that they're encouraging, if Tom Perez had come out and said, Illinois, Arizona, Florida, we have to postpone this. I mean, it's not like Arizona and Florida have any retirees in their state, right?
No. Not at all.
Not the older people who could be affected and literally die for trying to go to vote for likely Joe Biden or Bernie Sanders or whatever. I did a little live video earlier and I just said, no matter what the results are, I find them illegitimate in Illinois and Arizona and in Florida. Thank God the governor of Ohio did the right thing and basically said, screw off to that judge who tried to get the election to continue. But the Democratic Party here is unmasking themselves in an unprecedented way because they're basically saying, I don't care if you die trying to vote, or I don't care if like millions upon millions of people choose they'd rather not die than vote and don't come out at all. They don't care about getting an accurate representation of the electorate. They're in favor of voter suppression under threat of contracting a deadly illness, rather than being fair in this process and maybe allowing Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden to delineate their differences for a little bit longer, where that would obviously be beneficial to Sanders and negative towards Biden.
And I've actually seen some polls today that shocked me that like the race is actually tightening up again.
Nationally, I saw Reuters Ipsos, it's like 3 points.
Right.
That means very little because obviously it's done state by state, but it means something. It's not nothing. And it's easy, I mean, the top suggested search for Biden is Joe Biden Alzheimer's on YouTube, when I look it up, or like Joe Biden little girls or and you can cry and say all of this is unfair and all of this is something that, that civilized people shouldn't be talking about. You think Trump
deplorable?
Yeah,
right.
Donald Trump will. Well, I definitely won't make any jokes about him being having Alzheimer's because that would be unfair. You just watched a Michael Brooks show video. Subscribe to get them all. Why wouldn't you? Don't be foolish. Click subscribe below and become a patron as well. Patreon.com/TMBS. Thanks, everybody.